Congratulations. Just like we start every day, what are your wins? Come on now. Don't be shy.
Put a new construction under contract yesterday.
Yeah, you did. You're amazing, Mara.
Thank you. Veterans, they need a lot of help. Hopefully, we get to the finish line.
You got him. June 19th. Welcome to Juneteenth.
My buyer got approved, so we're shopping for houses.
Yeah, you are. Good job, Serena. One more win, one more celebration. Joanne finished her class. It looks like she's not driving down the freeway.
Yeah, I finished my class.
Okay.
And
You're teaching
I
today.
got an appointment from it, so for Sunday, so that's cool.
I think that's wicked sick, girl. Don't you guys have a lot of surfers in your area? Wicked sick. Hitting that curly, yeah. The frothy
don't-
dude.
I never go to the beach, so I just live here.
I like it. All right. So, to continue our conversations from yesterday, recap. What did we talk about yesterday? First, we talked about. Wow.
That was a long time ago.
I'm glad the retention is there. Thank God it's recorded and online. You guys can recap it. Presuppositions.
Presupposition.
What's a presupposition?
You're already assuming you got it. Like you're
There you go. Pre-assuming.
when we meet tomorrow. Yeah.
Pre-assuming. I like that. Okay. And also, what did we talk about?
What's it called? The tie downs.
Anchors, yeah.
Anchors. Tie downs, anchors. Similar things, all right? I like it. Well, today let's deal with bridging. I don't know if that's the exact term, but that's what I'm going to call it. What do you say when somebody gets you an objection?
Oh, those were called.
Tell me more.
Okay.
Or you can appreciate that.
Okay. Do you know the class name you went through, Joanne? Exactly. I knew you said it was NLP.
NLP Sales Secrets. It was a Matthew Ferry class.
Okay, so it's language of sales just repackaged outside of KW Maps.
Yeah.
Yeah, neuro-linguistic programming. Anyone ever heard the term neuro-linguistic programming? So what it is neuro-linguistic programming is a pattern of speech designed to interact with our emotions and create psychological change. Neuro, what we think, linguistic, what we say, programming, what we do. So I'm saying things that are going to get you to think. I'm going to say things that are going to get you to shake. I'm going to say things that are going to pattern interrupt so that we can have conversations. One of the things we do is we get objections all the time. They're going to happen. Objections are one of the natural things in this business. You ask people to do stuff, you're going to come up with objections. So we need to acknowledge and validate. I hear you, and I completely understand why you'd say that. Or, what I'm hearing you say is that you think interest rates are really high. Perfectly normal if you're comparing them to 10 years ago. Right? We're acknowledging. We're kind of giving the validation to the person we're talking to. Or, how many people have ever heard, "You're not validating my emotions"? Don't answer that. I won't tell nobody. But that's the thing. So neuro-linguistic, we are going to acknowledge, validate, and bridge. So we acknowledge, I hear you. Thank you for telling me that. What I'm hearing is, in other words, so restating it, telling them, yeah, I hear you. When you tell me that, I understand that you're concerned about the pricing. Validate. Then you're going into, I understand, it's perfectly natural. Other clients like you are doing that. You know what? You have every right to think blank, right? All these things become validations. But how do we get past the objection? Well, you bridge past it. What's a common objection we're hearing today?
Interest rates are too high.
Jim, I hear you, man. Interest rates are high, and you're right to think that if you're comparing them to lower days. When was the last time you looked at them?
Yesterday.
Okay. And how long have you been watching the market?
Just for a couple months.
Okay. So other than the interest rate, what's keeping you from buying a house now?
Just how much my monthly payment will be.
Okay, I get that. You have every right to be concerned what your monthly payment is, because after all, we're not buying the house for the total cost, we're buying it for the monthly expense, right?
Wouldn't you agree?
Right? My anchor, right? Now, if we were to find you a home that fits your lifestyle, fits your needs, and was in that monthly budget, would you be willing to put an offer in today?
No, interest rates are still too high.
Well, I get that, but if interest rates are too high, would that be a factor of the monthly payment?
I was just messing with you.
I know he's going back on it, but you see how I layered all of it together. Word ninjaing, I'm saying this is where you're at. The power that lays within these sentence structures is magical. Did I get tripped up by the objection? Did I fight him at all and be like, no, interest rates aren't that high?
Or back in 1982, they were 13%.
Yeah, you should have bought a house in that 17%. No, I'm not. I'm not fighting him. I'm riding it. Don't fight the current. Go along with it. All you got to do is you got to put your oar in and twist it a little bit so you can guide your boat to the shore or to a sturdy ground. And that's all it is acknowledge, validate, isolate, and move on. The bridging is where you isolate and move on. And that's what I want to talk about today. I don't think we need to get into acknowledge and validate quite yet. I mean, that's usually the beginning of a sentence and the beginning of the course material. But we're all pretty good at that. I hear you. I understand you. Thank you for telling me that. These are all acknowledgments. Hey, you know what? I've had other clients tell me the same thing, and it's totally natural to think that. Validation, easy. You guys all do it naturally. But what we don't do naturally is stop trying to have a canned response to every single objection. In sales, you're going to come across objections. Inevitable. You're going to be so good at handling objections that you're going to be confused when you don't get one. Because when somebody just says, yes, yeah, that's perfect. Absolutely, no problem. Okay, great. You're like, what's going on? Why aren't you saying no to something? I'm confused. I'm scared. Call an adult. Objections become so much a part of the business and a part of the process that if you're missing an objection, you feel uncomfortable. But are all objections worthy of handling?
I think it helps you get to a motivation,
Absolutely.
which is going to make conversations down the road a little more easy.
Absolutely. Joanna, what do you got?
You don't have to handle all of them. You can just redirect it if it's
Tell me more.
not really. Sometimes they just kind of talk just to talk, I guess.
Guilty.
Yeah.
'Cause, yeah, it's not really important. It's just they're just talking because I guess you're the first person to kind of hear them, listen to them, and they're just it like they can talk for hours, so you just need to just redirect them. So
Could just
it's too
agree.
much.
I agree, but sometimes you do need to clarify that is whether that's a valid objection or something that's important to them to make sure it doesn't
Right.
pop up later.
Right. But if it's something not important at that time, just to redirect, address it later. Like if it's not important at that time, I suppose is what I'm saying.
A good example of that, Joanne, is I had a client that told me they don't want to buy a house in a neighborhood that has a Trump flag. So, it's funny,
Right.
as funny as that sounds, right? I'm like, so if we find you the perfect home and the perfect price point, the perfect layout, whatever, and there's a Trump flag 4 doors down, that's a no-go. And then of course well, I mean, it would depend on, of course, so they're yapping away at the objections, right? But it's a valid concern, and they had a concern for feeling that. They're a blended race family, and they're concerned about, the children being, hated on, kind of a thing. Which, without being political, is unfortunate they even have to think that way. But it was a valid concern, right? That I wouldn't have known otherwise.
Yeah.
But we had that conversation. We found out why it was important, and then isolated the importance that may not be, right?
Objections are going to come up like smoke screens. When they come up multiple times, pay attention to it.
Can I say something, Dan?
No.
Well, I'm stepping out of my comfort zone here, actually. So, one thing I heard a couple people on my team say is, okay, aside from XYZ, what other things concern you about this? Okay, great. Besides, ABC, now what else? So you're thoroughly isolating and getting down to like the root cause of the objection.
Yeah. And if you remember the first part of this conversation, it's other than blank, what's keeping you from blank? And we go back to yesterday, we talked about the framework of scripting. It's not the exact words you need to use, it's the framework. Besides blank, what else is stopping you from blah, 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 right? It's a pattern switch. Maybe somebody is more of the negative focus, where you're like, you want to get all of the dirt gone before you move forward to the clean floors. And that's just like, hey, Erica, other than this, what else is stopping you? Then you get all the objections. Okay. Or on the positive side, like Gemini, other than blank, what's stopping you from moving forward? That's and we will tell you the big thing, because that's just how our brains work. It's like, you know what? This is the one thing that if it were solved, I would pretty much move forward. I don't have an issue with it. When we isolate, now you're not chasing wild geese. Any ever chase wild geese? Really freaking hard. They don't fly in patterns. You can't catch them. And you're always going after this objection or this objection, right? You nail it down. You go, hey, Jim, I got the perfect deal for you. I know you had said that interest rates were high, so I found you a builder that's offering 4.99% rate. That's lower than the rate you said you needed to buy at. And then Jim's going to hit me with, great, I don't want a two-story house. Now I have a new objection to go hunt down. And if we were to go objection to objection to objection and just hunt every single one, how effective would our conversations be?
Not only that, it's going to build rapport too. Like, this guy gets me. It's like, if they have to repeatedly tell me, Jim, I told you I didn't want a house with a pool, or Jim, I told you I didn't want more than 8,000 square feet on a lot. If they have to keep telling me those things, you're gonna be like, this guy's not listening.
Listen, Jim, you need to pay attention.
Mr. Jim, I cannot have this story. But that's the thing, is you're asking questions, and I don't want you to handle objections like a fight, like an obligation. You go into them like they're an opportunity. Because the moment you get somebody to give you an objection, what are they doing? They're listening to you. Otherwise, you just get a bunch of blank stares and some head nods every couple of seconds. Right, guys? Everyone's all, shit, he caught me. I don't even have my camera on. How did he know? I've been doing this a long time. I get it. I know 20% of you are paying attention at any given time. And that would mean 2.4 of you. But when we're having objection handling, we have to isolate and bridge past it. Because if you're just stuck in objection handling, you're in this, ninja warfare. My words, your words. I'm beating the crap out of you because I'm winning this. You're not getting anywhere. Yeah, you might be able to outscript someone and logic trap them into a decision, but is that getting you anywhere? You, as a professional realtor, should be able to outscript all of your clientele. You should have an objection handler. You should have a canned message. You should have a response or a question or some type of golden silver-tongued lettering that you can use to circumvent just about anything somebody says.
Like a
But
hammer?
was that?
Like a hammer?
Yeah, like a hammer. This is my scripting hammer, guys. Okay. But that's the thing. Is doing that going to gain you any rapport? Does it make you look human? No, you're this guy with slick back hair and a high expensive polyester suit that's just stepped out of his 90-year-old Cadillac.
That reminds me of our marital counseling. They say, you know, if both people, if one person wins, both people lose.
Absolutely. I love that. That's why we have win-win or no deal. Because if only one person's winning, you both actually lose. And I said that yesterday, is if you're hardline negotiating against somebody, maybe it was 2 days ago, and if you're bullying and you're pushing and you get everything you want, yeah, you won, but ultimately you lose because you've alienated. But when it comes to scripting and objection handling, other than blank, what's keeping you from blank? So let's do it. Who wants to give it a shot with a robust set of objections? Are you ready, Jessica? As you're driving down the freeway in your Jeep Galore?
Actually going through a really bad area.
Good. Other than going through a really bad area, what's keeping you from wanting to try one of these objection handlers?
I can't hear very well.
Okay, I understand it. I couldn't hear either. You're cutting out, but other than not being able to hear and going through a bad area, what's keeping you from wanting to handle one of these things?
Yes, nothing.
See, it only took 2 objections and we handled her. Oh, you guys thought I was going to make her do it. No, not her first time. She's a baby on this. I don't want to throw her into the wolves yet. Right, Joanne? Joanne, rates are too high.
Why do you say that?
Because they're freaking high.
What's high to you?
The fucking rates.
If we were to get them down, would you be able? You're making me nervous.
Has she already failed?
Compared to what?
Yes. You're
Yes,
making me
it's already
nervous. You
failed.
know I hate-
You
Compared
didn't
to what?
sympathize. Didn't sympathize.
Try it again.
Oh yeah, I didn't sympathize. Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah,
Joanne.
rates are really high, Dan.
Dan, I hear you're concerned about the rates. What is it about the rates that has you most concerned?
How high they are.
Yeah.
What impact is the rates being high having on you buying a home?
Oh, man. It's going to be expensive.
So you're concerned about the monthly payment is what I'm hearing you say. Would you agree?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So what monthly payment do you think would be comfortable for you?
4,000.
So $4,000 a month. If we find you the perfect home in the perfect location for $4,000 a month, despite what the rates are, you'd be ready to move forward?
Maybe.
Joanne, go ahead, take over.
I'm looking for isolation and bridging. There's your one clue.
We got a maybe. I got him to a maybe.
Then
for
the
you.
rate.
Oh, I hear somebody. Come on, Caitlin.
That was Jess.
Oh, that wasn't me.
Oh, it wasn't. You're the only
Wow.
one on mute.
Oh, sorry.
All right. Who wants to take over where Jim got it to? You're at maybe.
What would turn that maybe into a yes? Well, I don't really. If we're handling the objection, are we still trying to get more information as to, like asking more detailed questions?
No.
He's giving
No?
you a green light. Run with it.
I gave you a green light. I really did. I genuinely gave you a way forward. I made it a
That-
little easy, honestly.
He said maybe. Okay, great, fantastic. Well, let me go find some houses that align with that have the characteristics that you're looking for. Let's run those numbers. Let's get you into the new house.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. And I'd even go one step further. I'd lean into his apprehensiveness, with the mirror match. Hey, Dan, now that I finally got you to a maybe, what's that perfect house even look like to you?
A white picket fence, 2 stories, 3 bedrooms, place for my dragon.
Beautiful. Everybody's got a dragon, and dragon's important to a lot of people, so you're not alone there. So, sounds like you're looking for the American dream. We find you a nice neighborhood, 3-bed, 2-bath, place for a dragon with a comfortable monthly payment. I'm going to start getting that search together for you. Is there anything else that you're looking for that's going to make this the perfect home?
No. I'm trying to be distracted because most people are when you're on the phone with them.
Right? No kidding. Oh, this isn't a phone conversation.
In person, I'm even worse. But when we're having objection handling, we isolate over because we can move forward on something. We get somebody off the fence. Presuppositions, post suppositions, anchoring, all these things become your tools to leverage people into action. And if somebody is just throwing up smoke screen after smoke screen after smoke screen, isolate the objections. Other than the interest rate, what's keeping you from wanting to buy a house right now? It's a simple metric. Other than blank, what's keeping you from blank? So try that. Okay, Jessica.
Yes.
Are you ready?
Yes and no. If you can hear me, let's do it.
We can do it. I don't like this neighborhood that much.
Okay, I hear you. Aside from the neighborhood, what else is a concern for you when buying a home?
The commute to work.
Okay. All right, so I've got, the neighborhood, we're looking at commute. What else would stop you from buying a house today, Dan?
I don't know.
Okay.
Okay, stop there. How did she do?
Good.
Yeah, she did good. Do you think she had opportunities to dive deeper on questions?
Yeah.
Right? When I said the commute, do we know why I don't like it?
No.
What can we do?
Well, what is it about the commute that you're looking to keep it at a certain limit?
No, I even think that's too much, Christine. Because you can have
What kind of commute are you looking for then? Like, what's a comfortable commute for you?
shorten it down even from there.
How far away do you want to be from work?
Not even that. It's not even far away. You're assuming there. Let me give it to you again. The commute.
Tell me what it is about the commute.
There we go. Come in with a place of curiosity, neutral curiosity. Don't
You said
assume
that.
it's too far, don't assume too late. But I want it shorter.
Tell me more about it.
Thank you, Mikey.
Ding, ding, ding.
I want you guys to have that tell me more just right there, ready to go. How many times in a call when you guys are with me and I'm running it, don't you hear me say, tell me more? Every day almost. It is the most impactful thing to get more information about something, but stay neutral. Christina, you were on the right track. Loved it.
I hate that text.
Yeah, Mikey, tell me more. Because I need more information to help get more information to help you. Have you ever met somebody that the commute wasn't long enough? I have. And he said, I like my drives to work because it allows me to get ready for the day. I want to be about 30 minutes away from work. This house is a little too close. I've had managers at different corporate companies say, I want to be further away because they call in the people that are closer. Weird. It is. So when somebody says something that's obscure like the commute, ask, why is that? Tell me more. And? Okay, great. Out of curiosity, why? We don't have to assume anything. Is it too short? Is it too long? Is it too much? Do you not want to commute? Do you want to work from home? All these things. Tell me more. Tell me more. Then you're going to get some information that's going to be lubricating your ears and your brain to go, oh, okay, now I'm getting a better picture of what this person wants. So, Lydia, I don't like the neighborhood.
Yes, sir. Tell me more.
I hate that there's so many cars parked on the street. It's like no one has pride in their ownership.
I completely understand what you're saying. So with the neighborhood being the way it is, tell me how we can fix the type of neighborhood you would like to be in. What's your future vision?
I mean, I guess I want a garage. I think I want a garage.
So a neighborhood with no cars out in the front and a garage. Is there anything else that you're looking for?
Maybe the commute.
Okay. Tell me more about the garage and the commute.
I want to be able to put my truck in the garage, but I don't want to be I don't want to be too far away from work because I've got to be within 30 minutes to be on call.
So a garage big enough to fit your truck and a commute within 30 minutes?
Yeah.
Perfect. Is there anything else that you that would be stopping you from purchasing?
Maybe.
Tell me about that.
I don't know. We haven't looked at houses yet.
Let's go look at houses, Dan.
Okay. That was more of an advanced workout. And I want to tell you something, Lydia, you did great. What do you guys think?
Thank you.
Where you messed up is closed-ended question at the end. Is there anything else that would stop you from buying a house?
Yeah, as soon as I said that, I was like, ooh.
And not everyone's going to be as discerning and picky as I am because I know what you're supposed to say. And that's why it's tough to script and practice on these calls together because everyone around you knows what you're supposed to say. So it's high stressful. But when you can anchor it down in these conversations around these type of people, when you're out there in the wild, you are the hyena. You are the lion. You are the fearsome predator. And that's great. Work on the isolation. Other than blank, what's keeping you from blank? And then work on that canned phrase. Tell me more. And you can even tell me more about that. Tell me more about the garage. Tell me more about the commute. Did anyone see that when I said I'm 30 minutes away from the work? I want you to hear what I hear. And that's I've got 30-minute circle. Not just one neighborhood. Okay, if I could find you a house that was a little bit more your style, had the garage, was in that 30-minute circle, and a neighborhood that was probably a little bit cleaner than this, would that be something you want to look at? Right now I'm opening options. Would that be something you want to look at? Right. I'm again more of the positive focus. I want to move forward. I don't want to bring up the negative so that I can handle it. I want to move forward to the positive because I'm going to ignore objections. That's just how I do it. Until somebody says, Dan, I told you I fucking hate this neighborhood. I don't want to live in this neighborhood. Okay, great. Let's go find something completely different. But without answering correctly, are you going to get very far in the conversation? Okay, great. You know what? Let me go find a neighborhood that has garages. You don't know more. Oh, let me go find something that's within your commute line. You don't know more. Ask them. Tell me, hey, what's a must-have? Tell me what it looks like. Give me your vision. So, all right, was today worth your time? Happy Juneteenth, my friends. Thank you for being on. I was surprised to see so many of you on because I know this is a holiday for lots of people, but office is open. I'm on. I hope you guys have a fantastic day. Go out there and practice your presuppositions, right? The pre-assuming the position when you hire me, right? When we go looking at houses, blah, blah, blah. Work on the anchors. You can see that. You agree. Wouldn't you think? Right? and now work on bridging through. Isolation, overcoming. Isolation, overcoming. Any other thoughts, comments, questions, concerns before I kick you out here? Thanks, Serena. Thank you for the chat. Thank you guys for being a part of my morning.